Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 13 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 17. And our exclusive sketch for today, I'm trying to put all the words together, is by Melinda Barkman. Lots of hexagons and some different embellishments. And there's a place for 2 pictures, but I actually am going to make it work for all 3 of these. I've already matted them on some paper scraps from the Good Stuff collection, which is where the 6x8 paper came from, as well as the majority of my embellishments, except that daydreams and that little jar. I think everything else, except for that, a couple of them are from the Be Happy collection by Echo Park. So I kind of went all out with some different things. I have this stencil that's got the hexagons and the bee and the flowers. I'm going to use my fossilized amber and black soot to get the stenciling on. So I have my papers, my embellishments, I have my mixed media and stencil, I have my pictures and this sketch. So let's see how this goes. Now I have ordered a hexagon stencil from Scrapping Reflections, but of course I just ordered it, so it's not going to be here in time for me to use for the stencil, obviously. And so I have this one that's got the bumblebee on it and then the flower, which actually worked out perfectly because the sketch has like that little flower in the top corner, and then there's like the hive in the bottom. There's a bumblebee on here, and then of course hexagons. So it worked out perfectly. The color, the fossilized amber worked really well to match not only the Good Stuff collection that I'm using for some of the papers and embellishments, but also like the straw and the drink in the cup. So I could have used yellow and blue because the little boba balls are in there. They're kind of like a bluish color, I think, but I stuck with black because I like the yellow and black contrast. So I am just inking through. I ink the bumblebee and I ink the flowers with the yellow, and then I go around with the black. Now, do I care if there's a little like black on the wing of that bumblebee? No, not at all. Really, I'm just wanting to get some coverage. I love the way this turns out. I am kind of doing things a little different. She's got hexagons coming down the left side of the layout. I didn't want to do that because my plan was to do something along those lines. But once I got this stencil work on here, I really, really liked it, and I didn't want to add anything else. So I do add a little something down that left side, but not as far over like I thought I was going to make it come over a little more, but I don't, and I kind of like the way I do it. So this is from the 6x8 paper pad. It is I have matted, like I triple matted that picture in the bottom corner, and what I did was I had this long strip of this yellow with the little colorful hearts on it, and I tore the edges, attached it down to the top part of the left side, and then finish it out. You can barely tell where one ends and the other one begins. And so I thought if it was really noticeable, I would cover it with something, but it wasn't. So I felt good about that. This has the title coming down the side on the left. And so I do have a embellishment that I'm going to put up in the top left corner. That could be the title, but then there's also going to be this one I just put on here, Everyday Life, that I put underneath to kind of cover a hole that I didn't really want with the stenciling. And then I have this Daydreams down at the bottom. Any of those 3 things could be the actual title for this. And I am going to add one more little wordy bit on here that says Sweet as Can Be. And so that could honestly have been the title too. There's a lot of wordy things on here, and I am perfectly fine with that. A Day in the Life is that little wordy bit up there at the top. And so that kind of alludes to where she's got the title coming down in hexagons down the left side. Like I said, I did have plans to put something over there, but really I love the stenciling and how it turned out. So I just left it, and I'm really, really happy with it. I'm going to add some embellishments in different places. Now, I know that these little cups are like coffee cups. I am adding boba looking cups, they're pink, which is fine. But I also added these little coffee cups because the one says yes. Now, there was one more, and I was going to put it on here too, but it just seemed a little overkill because I have the little yes coffee cup on the right up at the top, and then I put the boba cup right here on top of the first left picture, and then there's the other boba cup down in the bottom left corner, or bottom right corner. So I didn't really think I needed that other coffee cup since it looks exactly like the other one, except it just doesn't say yes on it. So I do add this little bumblebee up here. It says be kind. And that actually came from maybe the Hip Kit collections. I went through all the remaining Hip Kit collections that I own. And I combined them all except for like 2. Because I only have embellishments and like 2 papers left. So I felt like it could all get put together, and then I left like the winter and Christmas stuff out. And so now I just have this big pile of Hip Kit stuff because I've got tons of embellishments with my Hip Kit, but not a lot of paper. So this is where that sweet as can be. I decided to put it over here in the bottom left corner because it kind of looked like it needed something. And then also there's this empty gap here over on the right next to the picture. So I went ahead and put my stencil down and just inked through it really gently with whatever was on my blending brush. And that is it. Like I said, I did have other plans to do like the hexagons down the side like she has, at least a little bit. But after I got done with the stenciling, I really, really like the way that this layout turned out. So I didn't go back and do that. But I do love this. I love his little face when he's looking at that. And then I put it like between his 2 little legs, and he had clothes on, so it wasn't right on his skin. But you could tell that he could tell there that it was cold. And he made like this really funny face. So, but anyway, I hope you'll go check out everybody who's hopping along with 30 Days of Sketches. There is a playlist, and I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.